For today's Godly Businesswoman's Bible study, we're going to take a look at the question, is the Mahdi the biblical Antichrist? But first, let's start here. What is an Antichrist? And in order to get the answer, we need to go to the book of truth, and that is the Bible. Signs of Christ's return. The disciples ask Jesus, what will be the sign of his coming? He warns us not to be misled, because many will come and say that they are the Christ, and they will mislead many. There's going to be wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes. There's going to be tribulation. Christians are going to be killed. There's going to be many false prophets, but we must endure till the end. Once the gospel is preached to all the nations, then the end will come. So a false prophet is someone who teaches a false gospel. Examples would be Muhammad and Joseph Smith. But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel contrary to what we have preached to you, he is to be accursed. Muhammad was met in a cave by a fallen angel. Many people will fall away. It's the last hour and the Antichrist is coming, but many Antichrists have already appeared, and a lot of people are going to go out from us. In other words, people are going to turn away from the faith. But we shouldn't be surprised, because God tells us to enter through the narrow gate, because the gate is wide and the way is broad that leads to destruction. And there are many who are going to enter through it. And the gate is small and the way is narrow that leads to life, and there are a few who will find it. When it comes to the Antichrist, we're again reminded to not be deceived. There's going to be a lot of Christians that are going to leave the faith. Then the Antichrist is going to be revealed. He's going to take his seat in the temple of God, displaying himself as being God. In the Old Testament, in Daniel 7, he talks about people making a covenant with the Antichrist for 1 week. Christian scholars understood this to mean 7 years. When the Mahdi comes, Muslims are called to make an allegiance with him, and he will rule for 7 years. The Antichrist will speak out against Jesus. He will kill Christians, and he's going to make alterations in times and in law, and people are just going to be given over to him. According to Islam, the end won't come until Muslims are fighting against Jews and Christians, and they make Islam the world religion. Jesus' role will be to take a back seat to the Mahdi, and he will come and he will break the cross, kill the pigs. There will be no more jizya tax because everybody will be Muslim. Revelation talks about the coming of Christ, and there's nothing here about him breaking crosses, killing pigs, or ending some type of a tax. But it does say that on his robe and his thigh, he has a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Yet the most despicable name in the sight of Allah is that of a man named King of Kings, which means that if you have a misunderstanding of who Jesus is, not only are you going to live your entire life without the correct Jesus, but you're going to miss him when he comes. And you will be following antichrists and betting your salvation on a man who didn't even know his.